if I one day turn Super Saiyan, I'm flying straight down to UTSA and finding your dorm.
I mean, you could do that all you want. I'm actually moving out next semester. I mean, next school year to another place, hopefully.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I mean, I'm still gonna be on campus. Don't get me wrong.
All right, cool, cool. Yeah, I have everything written out this time too.
All right, just so you know, I was actually recording us, so this is gonna be a blooper.
Sure, why not?
All right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy ChasmRift here, and today we got the Press Start Podcast, week number 12, I think. Wow, it's been 4 months, and I'm here with your boy Big A, the co-host of the show.
Yeah, it's sick A again, cause my immune system hates me.
His immune system is Derrick Rose.
Yeah, it injured its ankle and it's out for 2 more seasons.
Yep, still making 90 million a year though. So, you want to hop into the question of the day, bro?
All right, guys, this is very related to today's articles. Is change a good thing in the gaming world? What do you guys think? Let's see.
Yeah, man. I think this is actually pretty important. Personally, I say it is a good thing, and the reason I say so because you know, if we keep the same formula going on, sometimes we're just gonna run into a roadblock, and we don't know what we want as a community.
Yeah, regarding the Shaq News article, which we'll get to first off, I like that kind of change.
Yeah, that's good change right there.
But the other kind of change is the last article, the Polygon article, which I mean it's good on one side, but on the other side it's not good because the person in the last article is a great guy. So
Yeah, we're gonna find out all this change going on. But wait. I'm receiving breaking news, dude. This just came in. A YouTuber by the name of ChasmRift is actually looking for members to be part of his entourage. If any of you ever wanted to be an entourage or be considered bodyguards, you should definitely hit this person up. You can most likely find him in Discord, what this article says, or you can ask him in person. But apparently he's going to be offering good rewards to anyone who wants to be in it, specifically from San Antonio or Chicago. So I recommend everyone talk to this ChasmRift person because he seemed like a cool dude.
wow.
No, but seriously, everybody, if you're watching this podcast, you should think about being in my entourage. We'll get into the stories in a second, but my status for everybody on my Twitch streams, you guys get you guys get to be the sheriffs of my Discord server and community. Basically, you guys lay down the law, and I'm just the mayor. And you guys get special T-shirts for being in my entourage. So whenever we go out, we'll look legit. And the best member of the entourage will actually get something special. So, yeah, let's throw that in there, people.
Wow.
Boy. Alright, we can get into the stories now. Loot boxes are declared illegal by Belgian Gaming Commission. Dude, you want to take over for this story? I know you feel strongly about this.
I see you guys trying to get me buy all those loot boxes. It's not a coincidence that I always be getting good shit while Chasm is over here working his ass off on these games and getting 20 pistol skins.
Mm-hmm. He ain't wrong.
Yeah, man.
No, low key, he ain't wrong. When we're playing Call of Duty, like I may go number 1 or number 2 in the leaderboards, and I get no crates, and then here goes like some random Joe Schmo getting like 4 crates in one session.
Yeah, man, that's right. In this Shaq News article, the loot boxes, as you just said, illegal in Belgium. And this comes as no surprise because last week the Netherlands declared some other types of loot boxes to violate the Gambling Act. The games that they targeted were FIFA, CSGO, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Overwatch because they violate that one aspect of paying for a random reward, which is considered gambling. And yeah, there you go.
Dude, I like how this article really worded it. They said it's ironic that Battlefront 2 was one of the games like that didn't violate the gambling legislation, but Battlefront 2 is literally pay to win.
Yeah, because apparently the randomness makes it gambling, and that's not gambling.
Yeah, I do get that. Like the thing about like microtransactions versus like loot boxes is that like for Fortnite, for example, if you want to buy a certain emote, you can just go up there and pay the whatever amount you want for the emote. as opposed to like buying a box where you say, oh, if you pay $1 for this box, we'll give you 3 random items. So like the 3 random items, because it's a game of chance, makes it gambling. Because like in the casino, if you're playing in a casino, you're playing with a game of chance.
Yeah, they're pretty much saying that this is virtual casino right here. Um, and what really fucking shocks me here is publishers of games can actually face 5 years in jail and or 800,000 euros in penalties, which I don't know if you guys know, but I believe that's around like 1.1, 1.2 million dollars.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna actually enforce that. Like, you gotta be a developer in Belgium or any developer in general? Because I don't want. I mean, as funny as it would be, it'd be pretty messed up to see like EA get swatted by the Belgian police while they're at their cribs chilling, and they gotta go to jail for 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the law works. I don't think they can just come into foreign countries and like arrest them. But
Yeah,
that probably takes away certain privileges of theirs in the European Union or some shit. But I don't know.
I mean, you're right about that. Like, there's a lot of politics in it. Like, I heard that someone committed a crime in America, and I think they fled to Italy or the other way around. And the government was able to actually arrest them because the crime they committed was on, I believe, it was on our soil. So that means like we have a warrant and we have legislation that will get them anywhere else. So I guess that's how it works. If you commit a crime in Belgium, technically, someone buying a loot box in Belgian soil, I guess that's legislation to be arrested overseas. I really don't know how this works. We're not politicians, and we may never ever will be.
I think the jail time is the worst part about that.
Hell yeah, I
Uh,
agree. I don't want to go to jail for
like,
5 years for making someone buy.
fuck.
Like, if someone want to buy
Like,
like their CS:GO one nipple tassels, let them do it. I don't want to go to jail for 5 years for that.
yeah, like if you want to get a CS:GO cum sock, you go ahead and do that.
My God, if you want to walk around with a dildo bat, like go for it, bro. I'm not about to go to jail because of you.
A lightsaber dildo. All right.
Oh my God. All right. Well, at least we get to see the governments are actually doing something about this, which is a good thing. I do know
Nah,
that.
but better than the 3 or 4 weeks ago when we talked about this.
Oh
The
yeah.
commission in the United States didn't do jack shit.
Oh yeah, the ESRB ratings. Well, it's good to see that the government is stepping up and they're doing the right thing. Because usually when the government steps up, they usually fuck shit up. And you know what I mean. Like whenever the government gets involved with something, they do something extra complicated, and then it makes it even worse for the community that's not even causing the issues.
Yeah, speaking about fucking shit up.
Oh wow, y'all already want to transition over?
Yeah, you want to do it?
Yeah, we could go ahead.
All right. This Verge article says the Apple is replacing batteries in some 13-inch MacBook Pros. Not all of them. This is limited, so I guess it's a sort of first come first serve situation.
Emphasis on
But
the
yeah,
first come.
yeah,
But
okay. I,
th-
Go ahead.
this is the non-touch bar ones. I know a lot of people actually have the touch bar ones over the non ones, so this is really weird. They're hitting a limited market. And speaking of limited market, they said that only a limited small number of computers were affected by this expanded battery that happens in the Apple laptop. And for those who know what the expanded battery is, it's like with the whole Galaxy Note 7 thing. If a phone has no room to breathe, a phone battery can expand and in extreme cases blow up. So that's why it's really weird to see people want smaller, sleeker technology because it just means there's less room for the wires and the gadgets to breathe and expel heat. So fun fact for you guys out there who want to know that, but yeah, Apple is actually stepping up. That's the big thing I want to see about this because there was an issue that came up recently about Apple and their department team not actually allowing for repairs to happen on their products.
Yeah, man, I'm really, really super glad about this one because I know people that might be affected by this. But like, I'm sort of confused. Like, how's it some of them? Isn't all the designs the same and all the batteries
I
the
mean,
same?
it's the thing like when consoles are released, like the first wave of consoles that be released, like some people have like a defective console, maybe because like a faulty battery is put in there, or maybe one of the parts weren't so good. I can attest to this because when I first built my PC that I'm sitting next to, my motherboard I had was defective, so I had to send it back in and then get a refund and buy a new motherboard. So, like things like that happens all the time.
So
Um,
you think Apple got finessed by some fake Chinese batteries?
I mean, they got the same they know who their manufacturers are. They pay big bucks for them. I mean, it's just anything in life. Like if you're gonna buy a candy bar from the store, there's a chance the candy bar could be 100% in this full packaging, or there's a chance that the candy bar could be, broken in half. You never know what you're gonna get until you actually, buy the product. And that's because things happen. Maybe while it's moving from, the shipment truck around, maybe it got messed up in the shipment truck. Maybe when someone was actually working on it, they did a half-ass job on the actual, motherboard or something. Things like that happen all the time. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm more surprised that like you guys aren't happy about this because I know Apple, like we've been comparing Sony to Apple about closing off the market. Apple's been doing this for years where like you can't open up the back part of your phone to replace the batteries, and every year they bring out a new iPhone that has a different charging port, which hurts third-party developers who make third-party software, and it hurts you guys who want to get a phone repair because your phone battery mess up, you're shit out of luck. You gotta buy a new one.
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but even though this doesn't affect me, I'm super glad to see them doing this. I was just kind of confused on how it happened, but whatever. Good job
Yeah,
on Apple
I
for
mean,
replacing people's batteries.
oh, that's what I'm saying. I think that's a good thing because this is another thing of change. Like if Apple actually stepping up and changing up their policies, that's really good. Because I don't know if you watch Linus Text Tips. There's a big debate going on right now between him and Apple on who is right and who is wrong. But the main gist of it is he broke his $10,000 computer he bought from Apple. First off, he kind of voided the warranty by opening it up. But when he talked to an Apple representative, they told him to go to a third-party store to get the repairs. The thing is, with this third-party store, if they were to repair it, they would somehow lose their repair license for Apple products. And I don't know about you, but I don't think repairing one computer is worth losing my license.
Yeah, definitely not.
Well,
That sounds like a tricky situation. You want to take the next topic?
yeah, I'll take over. This is a really interesting one, as Valve just bought their first big studio in 10 years. But why? That's the article named by the Screen Rant, and this is actually really interesting. Valve just bought Campo Santo, the people who made Firewatch. Personally, I never played Firewatch, but I do know it has a good rep in the community. And Valve has been making some really interesting waves as of lately. They just released the Dota card game, I believe, and they're talking about they want to go back into development despite relying solely off of just Steam money. And personally, I just got to ask you this question, Big A, and to anyone out there watching this, um, does it come to you by surprise that Valve wants to go back into gaming despite sitting on a gold mine known as Steam?
I don't think so. Valve is known for their games, and although this is a surprising move, later in the article they're announcing like a new VR game, and so yeah, they want to get their foot back in there.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because like they don't want to make a Half-Life 3. They haven't. I mean, they basically just been resting their laurels because like CS:GO, Dota, games like that. They're bringing in money for Valve. It's like if Steam didn't work out at all, CS:GO and Dota is already bringing in enough money to keep everyone, happy and able to feed their families at Valve. But I did read an article after they released the Dota card game that they are jealous of Nintendo for how they're able to like develop a console, and then with that console, they know exactly how it's gonna cater to their first party IPs. Like that doesn't mean Valve's gonna make their own console, but it is interesting to see that Valve wants to, copy what I mean, not copy what people do, but are inspired by other developers and want to get back into gaming because they could really never make another game a day in their life and be happy. Because we all bought a game off Steam, let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still super surprised by the Campo Santo move,
I mean, I think
especially because they say that the VR game might involve Campo Santo using like aspects of Firewatch to develop the new VR game.
it's like they said earlier in the article, like on Matoro Rock, they're the guys they bought out before Left 4 Dead came out, and Left 4 Dead became a hit because of them. Because this company, they knew how to work with AIs better than a lot of companies. They had a little knack for it, and that's why Left 4 Dead is such a fun game because the AIs are so unconventional compared to other, zombie horror games that came out prior to it. So, if anything, Valve is buying the studio out to help them out in a great way. They probably see potential out of them, kind of like how the NFL draft that's going on this weekend. Um, you see teams are drafting people that they need to make their roster get better. Now, would the roster ever get better? That's a game of chance. But Valve seem to have their eye on Campo Santo and know that they're probably going to be the best fit for their new VR game.
Yeah, man, and the reason I'm super excited for this I've never played Firewatch myself, but shout out to anyone that watches or used to watch Gassy Mexican. I watched him play hella Firewatch, and even thinking about a VR game that'll look as beautiful as that game is freaking exciting.
But it's gonna be a good year for. I mean, it's gonna be a good future for gaming. That's why I'm glad we asked that question today. But I actually have something that's funny. The best thing I've seen from VR so far wasn't even a damn game. They released like some Iron Man mask, and with this mask, if you put a phone in there, it will actually be like a VR. It'll be like a VR world of your room, and like you reach your arm out there, your arm will turn into Iron Man's arm, and then like you could actually shoot blasts and things with it. I'm like, okay, that is the coolest thing I've seen from VR so far, because they took the AR functionality of the real world and they combined it with VR like technology.
That's pretty cool, man.
I know,
I want to see what they have in store, though.
yeah, I know. I mean, it's kind of sad that kids are now experiencing this type of technology when back then we had only Hot Wheels and like remote control cars. But I digress.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I think the future is looking bright for Valve. No matter what they're gonna do, it's gonna be successful. I learned to trust in their system. I can't say the same thing about some companies, but Valve, they're one of the more intelligent companies out there. They're not trying to weasel us out of money.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's why they were kind of like impressed or motivated by Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean, we can now move on to the next topic, and this is about the greatest company of all time, better than Amazon, better than Walmart, better than Target and McDonald's combined. It's about GameStop and how they're having a sale because they love you and me.
Hey, by the way, I returned those games and I made myself a quick 2 cents.
I mean, I just returned my Xbox One and a stolen Nintendo Switch, and they only gave me $30.
I mean, pretty rich now though.
True. I mean, like, I could turn in like my TV, give them my social security number, and a jetpack from the White House, and I'll probably get like $47.12.
Do you know that 2 for 1 that they got going on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gave in both my kidneys, got that $50.
Hey man, that's pretty profitable. But GameStop is having a sale, and keep in mind, everybody, we're about to break down these numbers. Brand new games like Far Cry 5 that just came out recently. I don't remember if it was March or February, but it was March. Yeah, this game is now $50. Ark Survival Revolve is $40. We got Overwatch $40. NBA 2K18 $30. WWE 2K18 $30. All these games were $60, and also board games that were at originally MSRP value, they're marked down. Like Dark Souls the card game, Pokemon trading card game, Ultra Prism Elite Trainer box, Zelda themed set of Uno cards. Wait, it's only $1 less. What?
Wow.
I know. Basically, all these games, they're marking out games and board games. There's a whole list on this article from GameSpot. You guys can check it out. Links to below. And while this seems like it is a good thing, and you probably think, oh, it's just them having a sale as usual, it's actually interesting because it seems like GameStop is on the collapse. And I don't mean that in a dramatic way. I mean that in a, you know, they're starting to realize that their sales are going down and they're actually losing stock value. And whether you could claim that to the gaming industry getting stronger digitally or Steam, GameStop is having issues. And I want to hear your opinion on this, Big A. Do you think GameStop is gonna go bankrupt in a few years, or are they still good?
Yeah, they're most likely fucked. Just like the Netflix blockbuster, this is the Amazon GameStop thing. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say unfortunately because I hate GameStop. I heard stories from employees, man. The circle of life BS. The fact that they actually tell employees they gotta meet the used game quota. They throw out DS game boxes, so if you want to buy hard gold or soul silver, you can't get the box and the Pokewalker possibly because it's thrown out. They open games so that they can sell them used and at a higher price. Like
They're definitely bogus as fuck, that's for sure.
dude, they're just scummy altogether. Like they don't care about the employees, they don't care about the gamers, and it's just really shitty because like some stores actually only have like one manager, and I'm pretty sure you went to a GameStop once where only one person's working behind the counter.
Yeah, most likely only one person is working there.
Yeah, this is what happened to somebody. RGT85. He told us a story of how like one person actually like used to come to GameStop a lot. Every time he came in, he had like a stack of random games, and he'll sell them for cash. And RGT actually was the store manager at this time. He actually told his superiors like, "Hey, I think this guy's like stealing games and selling them." They told him, "Oh, it's whatever. We're just buying the games off him. We're not legally obliged to what his doings." So one day he was the only guy in the store, RGT, and this same guy came in, no games or anything. He asked RGT, "Hey, you guys, it's got a used 360 in the back." This is back when the 360 was kind of new, and he said, "Nah, I'll go check the back because they have none out front, obviously." He checks out in the back, and he comes back and tells the guy, "Nah, we don't have it." The guy's like, "Okay." He leaves. A few hours later, the same guy comes back and sells a stack of games, and this dude leaves out with money. Later on that night, RGT said he hears a phone call from his managers, and on tape, they see the same guy stealing games from behind the counter as RGT went into the back. And GameStop wanted to fire him for that.
Yeah, what the fuck, GameStop? And like putting this into context, this was back when the 360 was new.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, like, yeah, they're on their last leg right now.
No, dude, like, that's just really bad management. That shows they don't really care about you. Like, we always hear, like, oh, we're a number. Like, companies don't give a fuck about us. We all learn to accept that. Let's not get that twisted. But they wanted to
Bro,
fire him for doing his job. They would have gave him shit if he didn't go in the back to check for the Xbox.
bro, what the fuck? Bro, imagine how like messed up this is, cause you can literally anyone watching this video or anyone that has two functioning brain cells can do that, and then a GameStop employee can get fired because GameStop doesn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. And then I hear that, like, for some of their
And
events, like you seen the pre-order, like you seen like midnight releases for games, how like they have events and whatnot. Apparently, they
yeah,
only got a $20 budget to work on that stuff. I don't know if that's every store, but I do know that some stores they only get $20 to host an event for a midnight release.
how do you do that with $20?
I don't know. That means they have to pay out of pocket for anything extra.
Oh my god. And I'm not encouraging people to go to your local GameStop and rob it because literally anyone can. But like, just think about it. Think about how messed up the situation has to be.
Mm-hmm. Like, obviously that guy never went back to that store, and I don't know if he ever got arrested. But you could tell that this GameStop doesn't give a damn about the guy who stole the games. They were like, yeah, when the games weren't theirs that was being stolen and resold, they're like, oh yeah, let this guy steal games. It doesn't matter. Usually, if someone was stealing, you'll call the police on them. Nah, they waited until their product got stolen, and then they wanted to do something, and they went after the wrong person.
That's just so sad.
Yeah, so I hope GameStop does go under because they're trying to sell like subscription cards for Steam, for like iTunes. They're trying to buy electronics like phones and tablets and resell those. Like they're doing whatever they can to stay afloat. And good thing everyone is moving over to digital because fuck you guys for what you're doing.
Yeah, fuck them for real. I mean, I go to GameStop occasionally just because I need some shit, but like, come on, man. The way you treating employees and the way that at the end of the day you don't give a fuck, like that's not right. Ah,
And
man. You want to just move on to the next topic?
yeah, this one's actually going to be pretty exciting. And Discord is going to be able to sync up with the Xbox. I am so excited, man. If you're in the Discord, everybody, you better be hyped because you guys are gonna be seeing what games are playing. And spoiler alert, it's Dragon Ball Fighters. Yeah, that's what this article is about. Besides Spotify, Discord's been the most requested app to be on the Xbox, and Xbox is delivering. They're giving us Discord that's coming out really soon in this summer, and with this, you'll be able to sync up your Xbox Live account with your Discord, and now people can see like what games you're playing. Like I think you could be able to even add friends from PC from your PC version of Discord over to your Xbox if they have it as well. It's not really specified in the article, sorry. But if anyone's using the Discord app, they can see exactly what games you're playing, and this could possibly open up the doors for more features between Discord and Xbox. So,
Yeah, and if you guys ever see me on the browser, you know what I'm playing.
Pornhub,
Dragon Balls.
boy. I mean, I think this is. I just thought about this as I was talking about the article. I think this is actually an incredible move on GameStop part. I mean, fuck GameStop, Xbox for like Microsoft because they're trying to push for people to use Mixer, and if you're able to combine with Discord, you could already combine like your Mixer account and all your streaming services together. And Discord is phenomenal because like you can enable streamer mode so that you don't get any notification from Discord. You can let people know when you're streaming. If they're able to combine that with the Xbox and Xbox able to combine that with Mixer all in one, you could in theory reach out to more people, let them know that you're streaming on Mixer. So like
Yo, that's fucking genius.
that really is like, oh man, this is the type of change I'm looking forward to
And
in the world.
and not just that, but just imagine how many people that's gonna attract in general.
It really will attract a lot of people. Like I know a lot of people who have Discord and they're trying to look for other uses for it besides just video chat. I mean like a group chat. And if since Microsoft's the first one to jump ship on this, it may entice a lot of people from either PC market, Nintendo market, Sony market to hop over and try out the Xbox One. But
Yeah, Microsoft is master race.
yes, I mean
Yes.
this is
Fuck Sony.
this is like I wanted to ask this question at first. Wow, but I thought this would be too open ended. I was gonna ask like, do you guys prefer which one matters in the long run, quantity or quality? And I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, Sony's better than Microsoft because they have better sales than them, and this and that. I'm like, yeah, that's true. They got more people playing on it, but in terms of the quality of service, I gotta give it to Microsoft. The fans wanted Discord on the Xbox, and they're getting Discord.
And they fucking got it.
Yeah, like if you got an Xbox right now, you could let your friends play the game for you on stream with Mixer. You can use your Spotify on your Xbox if you wanted to. You now have Discord to use. They're actually doing more technology work with the Xbox One X versus the PS4 Pro. There's more in the spec department for it. They're backwards compatible with the 360 and the Xbox original. And if you want to rent games instead of just going out and buy a game for $60 and then get 12 cents from GameStop, you can now use the Xbox Game Pass for $10 a month. It's like, whoa, we're getting all this in just one generation.
Alright, you're done jerking off Xbox.
Nah, I'm never done jerking them off. You jerking them off too,
Alright,
you know that.
I know, I was jerking them off last week.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I agree with what you said.
Oh man,
Um,
I hope they do buy that.
It's not. It's just linking the account now to Discord, but in the future they said they will have the full app on there too.
Yeah, they're hoping that like people hoping that you could like talk to friends through Discord, as well through the Xbox, and I think I would like that a lot because with the capture card I got the Elgato, the same one you got now. Um, you can actually sync up like Skype and whatnot to like your sound capture. So if you're in a party chat, people can hear you. But in theory, if you have Discord to use, I can talk to you on Discord while we're playing Call of Duty. And while I'm recording my World to Merciless series, I can have your voice also recorded through Discord, which would make it way easier for me to edit.
And also weirder
Mm-hmm.
because
So,
my voice is on it.
boy. But I mean, oh man, this is so incredible. When I first found this article, I didn't think too much of it, but now I'm hyped.
It's so incredible.
Oh
Alright.
man, I hope you enjoyed yourself with that.
Yeah, alright.
All right, next one.
You want to talk about Wolfenstein?
Yes, Wolfenstein 2 is coming to the Nintendo Switch this June. Bethesda, gotta say I'm kind of impressed with you guys. This is another game they're adding over to the Switch. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus. This is after the release of the Doom and Skyrim ports that came onto the Switch. And both of them look really good for the Switch based on reviews I've heard and seeing gameplay of it. 'Cause obviously, I don't have a Switch yet. And it seemed like Bethesda
Keywords,
really is.
people.
It seems like Bethesda's really embracing the Switch right now. Now all we need is like Dark Souls 4000 remastered on there, and we'll be good.
And not just that, the release date is, by the way, June 29th. But not just that, but they're saying they're just gonna keep on bringing stuff on there.
I'm all excited for it, and yes, people, I know Dark Souls is made by Bethesda, but god damn it, we need Dark Souls 4000. like on the Switch. I don't know how many years it's gonna take for that to happen, but Dark Souls 4000, please, baby.
I call the next article.
Fine, but I mean, are you excited to see that it's coming out as a Switch port instead of Bethesda releasing the 5000 Skyrim port for the phone slash VR headset slash tattooed version?
Yes.
All right, then. All right, we can move on to this next article since you called it.
Yes. All right, guys. The next article is the Polygon article about Kimishira because he's stepping down in June, unfortunately. And ironically, June 28th, one day before Bethesda brings Wolfenstein to the Switch.
Mm,
Yeah, you can talk and then I'll say something after.
I mean, like this dude, he's done a lot. He's actually probably we could already credit the success of the Switch to him because the 2.5 years he's been in office, we seen the Switch come out. We seen changes come out from just Nintendo and their policies, and we even seen changes come between developers and Nintendo with their relationships. As we're seeing,
Bro, Labo, Switch, and the 10.4 million fucking copies of Super Mario Odyssey sold is all thanks to this guy's short 2.5 year term. Like, what a fucking guy.
yeah, I mean we can't give all the credit to one person, but you're right. Like Nintendo, ever since the unfortunate passing of Iwata, R.I.P. Like we've seen changes happen from just our man's over here, Kimishima. I think that's how you pronounce it. Like doing some good things for 2 years, but alas, time is no one's friend, and Father Time finally struck on this dude. He's stepping down because of age. Because my man's like 68 years old. I doubt he wants to step down at the age of 69.
Kimishima, more like Kami-sama.
Boy.
Yeah, but yeah, unfortunately, age got the better of him. But man, 2.5 years and all he's done. But at the same time, it's a bad thing and a good thing because Shuntaro Furukawa is going to replace him. And this dude has also been with Nintendo since '94. He's the Nintendo Global Marketer, and he's fucking the Pokemon's company director and executive officer. So he's gonna bring that much needed Pikachu energy to this team, and yeah, we're gonna see a pretty bright future for Nintendo.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like this dude is about the same time. This dude's around the same age as Iwata as when he was CEO of Nintendo. The new guy that's coming up, that is. And Iwata brought a lot of energy. He actually was very excited for the future of Nintendo. Whether they were on their high as a company when it came out to the Wii, or when they were at their lowest point when it came to the Wii U, like Iwata put a lot of effort into the Switch as well. Like his actual work carried over to the Switch. And fun fact, Iwata is the reason why Gen 2 was even like Gen 2 for Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal. You're even able to go to the Kanto region in that game because the first games it was so hard to compress it was so hard having all that stuff in the game. They actually took out a few Pokemon, a few features from Gen 1, and they gave us Gen 1 the way it was. Because of Iwata, not only were we able to have more in Gen 2 games, like moving animations, color, and whatnot, he also found a way to compress the file sizes to allow us to put Kanto in there as well. So because of people like this who are dedicated to their craft, we actually seen incredible things come from Nintendo that revolutionized the games we love.
Yeah, man, and that the really the only have thing that they really have in common is the age, but that energy, the possibility of him bringing stuff into here, as especially having that Pokemon, that Pokemon background like you just mentioned with Iwata, things are looking up, man.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like it's just age they have something in common with. Like they all been with the company for a while. They know what the business model is. They've been here longer than we were born when it came to Nintendo, and they just know what the future is going in that direction. When someone steps down, they tell the person that's coming up like, "Hey, this is what our future is for the company. This is what I expect from you. Like, just do your best." Like that's happening right now in sports. Whenever a coach is about to retire, they pass on the mantle to their offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator. They tell them, "Look, this is how I run the offense. This is how I think, etc. Do your best." And if Kimishima gave Furukawa any pointers, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be good pointers on how to keep the Nintendo ball rolling because we need more and more stuff coming out like this.
Yeah, man, and not to like this Kimishima, but at his age, especially causing him to step down, he did so much. Imagine what this new guy can do.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, well, yeah, like I feel like Kimishima deserves to retire. Like he's 68 years old.
And
Like,
he's done so much for the company.
yeah, like a lot of people retire at around their 60s, 65. Some people work until they're 70, and then they just ride out the later years of their lives. Like, if someone's been doing this much for Nintendo and they're basically rising the stock of Nintendo, they deserve a break. Like, like obviously all of Nintendo's success didn't just come from him. Like Pokemon Go actually rose Nintendo's stock up. I don't know how, even though because Nintendo only published the games, not developed Pokemon the IP. But it's whatever. Like this man deserves the cruise. He deserves everything that goes his way. He goes. We had Pokemon come out. We had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2. This new Smash Bros. Game is gonna be coming out soon. Like everybody in
He's a
Nintendo,
legend.
hell yeah, just you guys deserve what you get.
Yeah, man, what a legend. And I think that's it.
Yeah, guys. I agree. Like we didn't hit that 40-minute mark, but it felt like 40 minutes. But this was very
Yeah,
informative.
yeah, that's that quality over quantity, if you know what I mean.
Hell yeah, boy. But yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys really take into consideration your question of the day. Like I would love to see like you guys actually comment first, like the question of the day, and then you guys like change it up after this whole podcast if you do feel differently about your opinions. But hey, guys, that's what this podcast is all about. It's about your opinions, and we want to thank you all for watching, and I want to thank you, Big A, for coming out here for being sick.
Yeah, man, thanks so much for having me yet again. And guys, don't be afraid to comment multiple times or even carry the conversation over to the Discord. We love talking about this.
Hell yeah! And if you guys got anything you want to mention, like be sure to leave links down below and whatnot. Like there's a lot of stories I would love to talk about. For example, Zamasu had his trailer come out recently, and I seem to have forgot to put that in the list of articles to talk about.
Skirt.
But yeah, guys, if you guys got anything you want to mention, links us. You can link us in Discord, DM us, any one of us. You know where to find us, or just tell us in the YouTube comment section, guys. We're looking forward to it, and we want more guests to come on. So yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit up the social medias down below, and we're gonna get out of here before EA charges money. The gates full of open, and I guess I gotta go close
My
them.
name is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I'm Bill
Begin
Gates. We'll see you next week.
functions. Water, drink, gulp, gulp.
Boy. Alright, Bill Gates. We'll see you next week on this episode. I know you're watching. I know you DM'd me on Twitter.
Yeah, bro, we got that spot saves for you.
Yeah, well, you gotta wait after Drake and like Juju Smith-Schuster and Michael B. Jordan. But after all of them, you can come on.
Yeah, we first we got the old Kanye, then the new Kanye.
Uh huh.
And then, yeah,
And then we gotta get Bill Murray on here.
yeah.
But we still got you on the list, Bill Gates. Don't worry. All right, we out of here. See y'all.